The big boss is here today. There'll be no slacking. Get to work. All right. All right, I'm gonna go up here and show what the next step of the process is. I already got one row of the roof sheathing on. Nice stuff about this, there's no felt paper or anything. Just put this down, put the zip tape on it, and then you shingle right over it. Another thing, once I started my sheets, I showed this in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video about setting that string to a 1/2 inch, keeps it all nice and straight. And plus, again, just like with the lateral bracings at 24 inches on center, hook on there, and I keep, before I start nailing these trusses up, 24, 48, and so forth, 6 feet, 8 foot right on down the line. That's gonna make all the successive sheets and everything fall into place. I'm gonna do some little bit of sheeting coming up here, and we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm not sure if I have my camera set up correctly, but it's a little hard filming up on a roof. Again, important, leave spaces between your sheets, especially on the lateral ends. The sheeting comes about 1.25 inches short from the peak, 1.5 inches. I'll do that on both sides. That'll leave room for ventilation where the ridge vent goes on, all except for the very ends. Bring this up the last foot or so, and that helps carry the drip edge and the end shingles. And then I got to repeat the process on the other side of the garage. Then I'll be ready for drip edge, storm shield, and shingles. I got all the roof is, the sheathing's all on, and I got, actually the back half is shingled. So I'm going to show you maybe just a couple tips. First of all, for starters, I just buy a pack of just regular 3-tab shingles and just put a straight edge right along the bird's mouth, cut those off, and it leaves a 7-inch starter for me here. And I just nail them down instead of buying the rolls. I think it's about, probably about half the cost for me, so not a big deal for me because my labor's free. I'm cutting the shingle starters. When you're working with these, like whatever you want to call them, or architectural shingles or something, you don't have to worry about lining up bird's mouths and all that stuff. So pretty much what you can do is you can cut little packs of starter shingles and start them right off one side and just roll over. It's really quick. You can cut a 6.5-inch piece off. That would be one starter. And then the remaining piece would be about 33 inches left. That would be another one. So every time you cut one, you make two basically. So you cut one, you'll have a 6.5 and like a 33. Then the next time, you just double the 6.5 and you cut one off at 13. Then you'll have a 13-inch starter and a 26-inch starter or whatever's left over. And then, so that'll give you 2 more starters. Then you can just cut right down the middle and like about 19.5, I think it is. These are like 39 5/8 or something, 39.5 inches long. So that'll give you 2 half pieces. So then you can stack them up, and I'll show you up on the roof how I stack these up, and you get them. Put storm shield, whatever you want to call it, storm shield, ice blocker. It's basically a sticky membrane. I don't even have any nails on this, and it's pretty much, you have a hard time peeling that off right now. I got a couple tacks in just to hold it. Like when you have freeze and thaw and you heat something, basically ice can build up here and work its way under your shingles, especially down here on the lower half. So that's what this helps. If water gets under there, this actually seals up around nails and everything. So I got that stuck down there for the first 3 feet. Here's some of my starter shingles. These are 7 inches. So what we do, I don't know if this is pretty faint looking right now, but I got a line snapped at 6.5 inches. That'll let a 1/2 inch of that shingle hang out over the drip edge, and we'll let about a 1/2 inch hang out that way too, and just keep working the way up there, working our way up along the drip edge with a 1/2 inch overhang. Now here's the packs of starters like I was talking about, but I have them flipped upside down right now, or they'll seal down to the roof, so they're actually upside down in the order I would do them. So basically when I start, I'll take a pack, flip them over. I can pull this full one off of here, starter row. I can start one row with that full one, then I can pull the next one off, start a row with it, and it'll be about 6.5 inches over. And then I can start my next row, just peel my next starter, and away they go. And that'll be lined up 6.5 inches over. And I got little packs of these the whole way up this side. I'll start from this side and I'll work over that way. And I'll show you over here where I finished off. On this side's completely done. And one thing, I mean, we do this periodically coming up a roof, check to make sure we're running square with the peak, we're not all crazy and crooked. But on the last couple rows, I checked and I found out one side was riding a little bit higher. So I basically struck a line and straightened this row up so that when I put my ridge cap on along the top, if you have these out of whack, basically, this is something you can see very easily, is if the ridge cap comes on here, and if you start with like a 2-inch piece on one end and it sort of tapers down to nothing, that's something that sticks out. So it's good to check when you got like 2 or 3 rows left, make sure that you're running square with the peak, and you can just do some correction. I was only about a 1/4 inch off, which wasn't too bad. So, and that's about it. I'm gonna get rocking and rolling here. All right, I got the compressor running, generator running. I'm gonna try to do my best to show you how to do this without knocking my camera off the roof here. Get my line to the top. I got my tar down. It'll just still help this seal down. That one on, I'll tack this one on here. So now I got enough starters here, I can show you how the actual beginning rows of the shingles will go. Got my 1/2 inch overhang off the drip edge, off to my right here. A full one down, then I can grab my very next one. If I cut them correctly, it should be about 6 inches shorter, 6 to 6.5. So I'm about 6 inches back here. My other nail is back here about 6 inches, so I know I'm good to go here, where water can come down through here and keep coming off the roof. Throw my next row on. Next row. Out of nail. Basically, you can get the idea here. These next 2 rows will go on. One right here and one here. So now I got 6 rows. I can start at once and I can work my way right up along here. I'm gonna get rock and rolling on this. Just basically work my way up here, and I'll be hopefully capping this roof off today. Well, the roof is complete. I finished it up yesterday, and it was pretty warm. I had to work above the shingles pretty much the whole time. Got the ridge vent on, but we cut caps out of the actual shingles. They actually look pretty good, I think. I mean, it's way cheaper to do that than to buy the specialty caps. They're about $55 or $56 for a pack. And like a pack of shingles is 30 bucks, so it just takes some time to cut them out. But I think they look pretty cool compared to the regular ones. They blend in with the shingles a lot better. Oh, here's what I was talking about before. Making sure that your shingles come up nice and straight, especially at the ridge. Like I got about maybe a 2-inch exposure the whole way along here. What you don't want to do is have like 2 inches starting on one end and then come across and have nothing on the other end. And that's about it. The shingles are on. Thing is watertight, and I'm happy camper. I don't have to come up here and shingle in the heat, but of course it's gonna cool off now. I have a entry door I'm gonna put back here, and my brother replaced a couple garage doors for a guy, and these were just laying around. He asked me if I wanted them, so I'm like, yeah, I want them. So I got this and all the hardware. I don't know if I'll video sticking those in unless somebody wants to see how to install a garage door. This will be one of the treats I let my wife do. She'll separate all that hardware for me. And that's about it. Be running out of funds for the garage. So, all right, thanks for tuning in. Say goodbye, Karma. She's over there sweating it. Say goodbye, boss. Howdy. Howdy.
Happy day.
Happy day. All right, thanks for tuning in, checking out my channel. Yeah, if anybody wants to see installing a garage door, I'll make a video of that. If not, I'll just show you the final product. Thanks for watching, everybody.